Hey guys, welcome back to Just Tucking Around. Today I'm with Jaren Cruz, and we're going to be talking some NBA. All the NBA players are now in the Orlando bubble. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, they gotta do what they gotta do to get that money, man.
Yeah,
Uh, that's all the league. Like they wanna finish the season, but I really think it's about getting the money, bro. They don't continue the season. They gotta find a way to pay the players, or they cut their contracts, and like that'll be a terrible situation for everybody involved.
right. That was a huge issue with like the MLB and like figuring out how people will get paid and all this stuff. And it took them like months of like fighting with the like MLBPA and the commissioner to like try to get like some sort of agreement where the players were getting enough money and like for the percentage of the games they're playing, and like the league's trying to justify like how much money they should be spending for this and all that stuff. And yeah, it seems like the NBA is probably the organization that's the best at like listening to their players organization and just like finding the best way to do things with them. Like Adam Silver seems to be like a really good commissioner, like player focused commissioner.
Yeah. And the NBPA was like they were really pushing for the league to come back too. Like almost like a lot of the players that wanted to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some like big names didn't. I think Lillard was one of them at first, and everyone knows Kyrie. He was doing his thing. But like LeBron wanted to come back. Most of the big heads wanted to come back.
Avery Bradley is not.
Bradley's not. Yeah,
Was
Bradley's
his
rather
for
his family.
his like family reasons, or was it a racial
was,
injustice thing?
It was a family reasons. I don't
Okay.
think. I'm pretty sure he made the decision before like everything like that started going crazy. All the racial problems.
Okay.
But like him, Trevor Ariza did the same thing. He's not going because he wants to spend time with his family. I didn't really remember any other big names like that. But like those are two like crucial parts of the team. Like A.B. Bradley's like the Patrick Beverley of the team, bro. Like he'll harass the best player all the way up the court.
Yeah.
Just not having that's tough. I'm not sure if
hurts.
they got Dwight Howard back. I'm not sure. I think he said he's gonna join the team.
He's going.
He is.
He's donating his entire like
Yeah.
paycheck.
Oh yeah. I remember that now.
movement,
Yeah, that bails him out. If they didn't have him either, it would have been.
What was he contemplating? Is that why that made news? Because I was like, why is this making news? Was he saying
Yeah.
Like,
at first he said he wasn't gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
He had already he
that
posted about
really it. Really hurt them, man.
He posted about it and everything. He's like, yeah, I'm not going. Like this is about me, stuff like that. But then like everything like the racial injustices happen, and he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take part so I can donate my money to the cause.
Right. Good for him.
There's other people. It's like Ariza too. Like him not playing sucks for the Trailblazers.
I understand why people would not want to, because it's like, especially like if you have young kids or like older family members that you see a lot, it's like a one playoff series, like end of regular season and playoff series, isn't worth risking getting your whole family coronavirus. Like
exactly.
I can understand, but a lot of these players, like, you know, this is their life, this is their livelihood. So I see both sides.
And it's like big opportunities for them too.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think this is the best Blazers team Lillard has had around him since his first year with LaMarcus and Batum and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they have two players that they lost to injury over the like past 2 years coming back. Zach Collins and Nurk. Like they're both back now. Like Nurk is healthy. He was about to start playing like a day, like his debut was about to happen the day after they canceled the league. So he's been still rehabbing. Collins, I'm pretty sure they said he's fully healthy now, and he got hurt at the beginning of the season.
So he could have. So that team could be well, dark horse. You think?
Dark horse for sure, because Lillard. Everyone knows Lillard, what Lillard can do on his own. That man is just like it doesn't even need to be talked about.
He's so
good.
Like
when he has like CJ like has been his main source of help, because like it's been like inconsistent who he has around him. Like they signed Melo pretty late. They got Ariza in a trade like at the deadline. Mm-hmm. Collins got hurt. Hood got hurt. Nurk was hurt. You know, it's like they had to like throw in like young guys like Trent and Simons into the lineup every now and then because McCollum was getting hurt. And it was just like every now and then like Lillard was by himself. And it was, I'm surprised like they were even near the 8th seed like that. But like fully healthy, like bro, like that team will hurt.
Are they in the playoff picture right now, or do they have to?
No, they're not in the playoff pictures. They have to win to get in. The 8th seed right now is the Grizzlies.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And the
Good for Ja. Good for Ja.
Bro, I don't know. That was pretty crazy. They They were just doing. I don't know. It makes no sense how they were doing.
I'm
Good,
happy
like,
the Pelicans are in it too.
the Pelicans are the best chance to make the playoffs, though, even though they're not the 8th seed because they have the like easiest schedule.
Really? Yeah.
Right? I mean, and like before the league got canceled, that's why they have the easy schedule because like they were gonna have like the easiest schedule like for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
so all the players are in lockdown in the bubble, which is in Orlando, and apparently no one is allowed in, no one is allowed out. Do you think this will work? Do you think that like it'll run smoothly, or do you think that this is destined for disaster because
it's already not running smoothly. The other day, someone got caught up running outside to grab some food from a delivery guy, and they're already saying there's rumors of people. They have a hotline for like they think someone's violating the rules and the policies of like the bubble.
they get a snitch
like,
on each other?
And like they're already snitching, and everyone on Twitter is saying that it's Chris Paul because of that one game where he snitched and they ended up winning the game.
I remember that. Didn't he complain about someone's shirt not being tucked in?
Yeah, he said his jersey wasn't tucked in, and the ref called it, and they ended up winning the game after that. He snitched, but that's very high IQ plays right there. That's something I would do. I just
Chris, yeah, I remember he like justified like in an interview like after the game or whatever. He's like, well, I would only do that if I knew it would help us win, and like that's why I did it.
Exactly. You got to do what you got to do, man. If you don't want to lose, bro. You got to take every point you can get. Like his jersey's tucked. Yo, look at him, bro. I used to do that all the time when I at the free throw lines. You can't like step over the line. Like I see somebody over the line, I'll be like, yo. Look at his foot, bro. Look at his foot. Once the shot goes up, blows the whistle on him. It's violation. It was always the funnest thing for me to do.
How about the other day on Twitter, there was a viral tweet. Hey, I just got invited to the bubble.
Oh, you know the funniest thing about that was? It was definitely like, bro, all signs pointed to it being a Clippers fan. Like, it was definitely a Clipper that did that. And everyone's saying it was Montrezl Harrell because he's the only one who followed her. And like, I was so like,
funny, man.
And I found it, like, I saw the tweet myself, so I looked at her profile, all Clippers.
So
she's a Clippers fan. I was like, yo.
For people who are unaware of what we're referencing here, the players aren't allowed to have anyone come into the bubble to come see them. But you know, when you're going to be locked into this thing for 3-4 months, you know, these young single athletes are they're gonna want some female attractions in Disney World as well as the other attractions that the place has to offer. And 4 days in or 3 days in, whatever it was, some girl got a message, invited in, and she made it pretty public.
Went viral immediately. He's like, "Yeah, I already got invited. League's getting canceled."
So it was Montrezl Harrell, you think?
That's
Harold?
Speculations, bro. Speculation saying it's Harrell. He's the one that followed her. She's a Clippers fan. I would believe it. He looks like that kind of guy, man. The way he be acting too, he's a funny guy. Though. I wouldn't be surprised. Is it him or Lou Williams?
Okay, apparently whoever it was, they said, I heard this on like a podcast today. They were saying whoever it was definitely gave her the block, unblock, unfollow type of treatment.
They got blocked on everything. Yeah, I mean, even though you get an opportunity, man.
Hey, she could have just outed him, so she kind of did him a favor.
Did him a favor, but at the same time, like you blew it yourself.
Now the other players are gonna be
if
scared.
It was true. Yeah, for sure. Because they're already saying they're blowing up the hotline.
Yep. The kind of girls that they'd probably be asking are definitely the ones that would, you know, want that attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Put it out there.
That's why they got to be careful with who they're inviting.
Yeah, they said people were like, watch all your favorite IG models Instagram, see who's in Orlando conveniently.
Conveniently. That's a good one.
So I guess Westbrook tested positive today, and you said Harden did as well?
Harden did too, yeah.
Damn.
That's why they both didn't travel with the team. And it was like they said that at first, like Bleacher Report. That's where I usually get most of my things. They're like, oh yeah, Harden and Westbrook didn't travel with the team. We'll join the team later. And then like a couple of days later, it's like, oh yeah, Westbrook has the coronavirus. Day after, Harden has the coronavirus. There's like other players were catching it too. I don't remember who exactly it was. I think it was someone on the Kings. I want to say Holmes. I'm not sure though.
Wasn't it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. There was Kelly
No,
Oubre
someone on the
tweeted
Nets.
out. Kelly Oubre, he tweeted out. He was like, guys, you can order food.
Oh yeah,
Don't be afraid. And then Rajon
Rashawn
Holmes did
Holmes,
it,
yeah,
and then got
he
caught, and
did
now
it.
he has to self quarantine for like 10 days or something.
And then Kelly Oubre tweeted, "Never mind." That was the funniest thing ever.
I wonder if that was just trying to get people out, help their chances.
Trying to mess with them. Yo, you guys can go outside and get food. That was actually a pretty funny one right there.
So he just like got Uber Eats or whatever to the place and got caught.
I mean, some of them aren't happy with the food they're getting, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, and then you see Ennis Cantor, he seems very grateful.
Well, that's just Ennis Cancer for you.
Yeah.
He's a pretty happy guy. He's always happy about everything. Only thing he's mad about is his own country. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, I love Ennis Cantor. When the Celtics signed him, I was so excited for that. Just to have that character on our team.
Yeah, for sure. He was always like a character. It's like he was either a hit or miss kind of guy on the court.
Yeah.
I
feel like he's a fan favorite when he's, especially off the court. On the court,
off the court.
There were some frustrations.
He definitely always has frustrations on the court. He's always been a defensive problem every now and then. And then there's the people who accuse him of stat padding, which I believe is true, because there's no way you're that close to the rim and you miss 3 times in a row and get your board back. It's like you watch the games, like you see people talk about it, and then you watch it happen, and it's like, yo, like he really is kind of doing it though. It's like Brad Wanamaker.
So you're saying he'll deliberately miss shots that he knows he can get the rebounds for just to get his rebounds up?
Like, yeah, like say he's on like the right side of the rim, like someone's like behind him, he'll shoot it and like hit it out the backboard out of way, like it'll hit the rim and come right back to him, and he can just keep tapping it up. As long as he has the position, like he's a big body, he's bullying.
Get those offensive rebounds.
And it's always like when people point it out, you start to notice that kind of thing. Like I was on Twitter one day and someone said, yo, this guy Brad Wanamaker never passes the ball on a fast break. And that's like, yo, like I was like looking at it. I was like, does he? Every game after that, Brad Wanamaker's on a fast break, I'm watching him. That man never passed the ball. Like it'll be a 3-on-1. And he's like, he'll have the ball. Like Tatum, it'll be Tatum and JB with him. He's not passing them the ball. He's going straight up with it, even if the person commits to him, because like he just like it's just how he is.
Just to get to the line, like what's his motive?
His motive is if they don't commit to him, he gets the layup, and if they commit, everyone else cleans it up. Basically. Okay. So it's like, because if it's one guy,
because if he misses, if it's 3-on-1, he misses.
Yeah, they already committed to him.
The ball.
He probably missed because they committed to him. And, like, he's not going to be in a position to go back and get the rebound the way, like, they're running at him. Right. So, like, they're going to be in the position to clean it up. And
instead
if they
just giving the free bucket to someone else.
Exactly. And if they don't commit to him, they go for him. They, like, play the pass instead. They'll just go up strong. He like he always does, and gets the layup.
Especially, he probably figures, like, if he has someone like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they're going to try to play off of him a little bit, thinking that
exactly, because you're looking at like Wanamaker and Tatum, and it's like, you know, this guy Tatum was an all-star and he's been killing over the past few months. This guy Wanamaker, nobody really knows him.
I can't wait to watch Tatum come back. If he's anywhere near close to as good as he was right before the season ended, we're in for a treat, man.
Did you hear what they were saying? They're saying he went back to practice and he was just like not missing anything.
Hey, what's this news about Kemba Walker's knee?
Kemba Walker's knee, he said that he feels like perfectly fine. That it's the best he's ever felt.
I saw a video of him making 9 3-pointers in a row. And
I feel like he would have been able to do that even with his hurt knee.
Yeah. And
like,
then
like some soreness. It's NBA players. They do this, like, you know, they've been doing this for years.
Yeah. There was some Celtics commentator. It was either like D'Amico or Greenberg or something like that. One of them. They were like, this is distracting us from the actual issue or something like that. And then all the comments were like, yeah, like Kemba's knee's been flaring up or something. I don't know if that's recent or not.
No, I feel like it's not recent. I'm pretty sure like he's had a long time to heal it too. Like he's just been chilling. So
Yeah.
there's no way like he's not healthy by now. And the whole team is healthy. Like I believe Marcus Smart took coronavirus for the team and just handled it. And nobody else got it after. Like, I mean, like nobody can prove me wrong. He got the coronavirus. No other Celtic caught it since there. I think.
True.
And it's like everyone said, he didn't get the coronavirus. The coronavirus got him. It's just Marcus Smart, man. He's not a man you want to be inside.
No. You see the video of Tuckle Fall riding around on a scooter or a bicycle or whatever it was?
Nah, I didn't see that.
I'll send it to you after. It was so funny. So the Lakers, they're going to be running into some issues because obviously we mentioned earlier that Avery Bradley is not coming back. And now Rondo has a broken thumb and he's out for 6 to 8 weeks, it looks like.
Yeah, man. And that's another tough hit, especially losing Bradley. You want Rondo there because he's a veteran. Everyone knows the myth, the legend, playoff Rondo.
Playoff Rondo is insane. Plus,
he just destroys whoever he plays
when
against.
LeBron's not on the court. That's like Rondo's team.
You
like,
need a
facilitator.
facilitator.
The ball in his hands.
Yeah, exactly. You need a facilitator on the court.
So now their replacement for Rondo and Avery Bradley is J.R. Smith.
And
that's who it was. And it's like...
You can't forget Waiters Island, Dion Gummy Bears, Waiters. And that's...
He's on the Lakers now? They signed him?
Yeah, they signed him before they signed JR. They signed him like right around when the league ended.
Okay.
And they just signed him because they waived.
When was the last time he played? Did he play at all this year? Was he
did.
a free agent?
He played against the Clippers.
Okay.
It was his first game back. He played against the Clippers.
But he wasn't on another team before that, right? He was free agent all year.
No, he was on the Heat.
Oh, okay.
He was already on the Heat. He was hurt. He came back against the Clippers. I remember because it was his first game back, and he like blocked Lou Williams on a very clutch shot, ran up the court, and hit a three contested on I think Kawhi or Paul George. And everyone started going crazy, bro. I was going nuts in my room because it was like, if anyone can come back from injury, get a clutch block, and then immediately hit a contested three, it's Dion Waiters because he's just like that kind of guy. Yeah. It was just hilarious. They still lost that game, I'm pretty sure, but it was just like something you don't forget because it's Dion Waiters. He just does that kind of thing. He's hilarious. It's like when he had that crazy game winner against the Warriors, like last year. Oh, no, not last year. Yeah, last year, the KD, Clay,
Heat,
Curry.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was still with the Heat. It was crazy, yeah. But this year, he got traded to the Grizzlies in that Iggy trade.
Oh, right.
And then the Grizzlies waived him. And then nobody knew what was going to happen after that. And then he got signed.
So, yeah, I'm not feeling as confident in the Lakers anymore. And they were looking like a favorite as of, like, a few weeks ago. Like, whenever... When they were talking about like favorites to win, the Lakers were in it. Now I think ESPN still has them as the favorite. But
no, I think the Bucks are still everyone's favorite.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because like nobody's hurt. That system is just like you can't like it's you give Giannis the ball. Everyone's at the 3-point line. What else? That's all you need to do because you don't double team Giannis, he scores. You double team him, there's a shooter open. They have a 7-foot like their center is a candidate for defensive player of the year, and he shoots like I think he leads like the league for centers in like 3 shot like made because he just sits.
Who is it? Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez, yeah, he just sits in the corner, shoots threes, or he'll catch the ball like how Dirk. You remember how Dirk Nowitzki like Mavericks would bring up the ball, and like Dirk makes his way up the court slowly. He'll just catch the ball at the top of the three while he's running up, shoot it. That's how they let Brook Lopez do it. If he's in his groove, they just let him pop it. He be shooting like 7 to 10 threes a game sometimes, just because that's what he mostly does. If he doesn't have a mismatch down low, he just shoots 3 because that's all he needs to do.
How are you feeling about the Celtics' chances in this bubble playoff?
Fully healthy, bro. If we have, Hayward's getting back to normal. This is the best we've seen Hayward on the Celtics. I mean, us who've been watching the Celtics all year. No,
this break is probably the perfect thing for him. A little halfway through, rest up, get a little even more healthy.
I honestly think even without the break, he would have still been getting better because like we all saw how he was playing.
Right.
And if not for that hand injury, we all know he would have been an all-star too.
Yeah, he was looking good.
He was the guy. Like Tatum, we all knew like Tatum and Kemba, like as far as like like
Tatum's
talent what
Tatum's
they could
definitely
do
our number one now.
and what he could do, what they could do, like Kemba and Tatum were the people, but like bro, in terms of what they were producing for the team, Gordon Hayward was the best player on the Celtics for a solid 2 months, I don't remember when he hurt his hand, but like he was the best player on the Celtics before he hurt his hand, and
Yeah,
I honestly believe
he
that
was doing awesome.
he was just doing everything.
Was it like the first month of the season and then he got hurt?
I want to say the second month
Okay.
because he came back around like Christmas time.
Okay.
But like, yeah, but it was like, like even when he came back too, he was pretty
heating
slow,
up.
obviously, because his hand, and he broke his hand, which was really crazy watching that how he broke his hand.
Yeah.
Like ran into LaMarcus handbrakes. It was, I don't know, it blew my mind, which sucked, and it sucks because he can never catch a break. But it's like he came back obviously slow on offense, but like the guy never stops. He like does his own thing. He somehow, I don't like, it makes no sense how he is, but he's the best backdoor cutter I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
That man just cuts backdoor and he's always wide open. And nobody can stop it somehow. Like it's a backdoor cut.
Basketball IQ, man.
It's just like it's just how he plays, bro. And like
just,
on defense, he'll guard he guards the best player most of the time. If if they put Jalen on somebody else,
I think Brad has a lot of trust in him.
Oh, he definitely does.
Yeah, like
he can do everything. Like people see him as a liability. Like they don't understand how how reliable he is on defense.
I feel like he gets overlooked as to like he does the stuff that allows the other players to look so good because
he's very unselfish.
Right.
And he'll take the shots he needs to take, but like, he always makes the extra pass. He's always moving around. He does everything else. He like him and Kemba. That's why I think like they're perfect fits for this team. They'll like,
I think so too.
They see like Tatum and Brown cooking. They'll be like, yo, that is all you, bro. Like if you got
they don't get selfish. This team doesn't seem like it gets selfish.
Not at all. They don't.
My biggest fear is that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum will have a little like I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you complex, and one of them will end up leaving.
Yeah, alpha dog.
I just don't want to see
that. The
fight
for alpha.
That's something I just pray never happens.
It's either that happens or they notice that like they're like one of the best young 1-2 punches.
Yeah, if they're just like, okay, we don't want to be the next Oklahoma City Thunder that has James Harden and Westbrook.
KD
and KD or whoever, like even if they have another one that kind of rises to that level, we don't want to break this up. We're going to keep this.
Exactly.
And I hope that that's something that they realize because, man, that would be.
But that team is like way different. Like you look at play styles too. Like even now, like Westbrook, Harden, and KD are all ball dominant players.
Yeah.
And like even though like Westbrook and Harden, like it works for them now because it's just two of them. But it's like back then, it's like you only have 3 people who can do something with the ball. And they all want the ball.
Yeah, and you had KD.
None of them really want to just stand around and do something.
KD was the best player on the team at the time, too.
KD was the best player, probably like top 2 in the league. You know, because he's like, what is this, 2012 when they went to the finals?
Yep.
Like obviously Heat Bron is up there at number 1. I'm not sure if Kobe was healthy that year.
If they had won that championship, I wonder if they would have found a way to make it work, keep them all.
If they win that championship, there's no way Harden leaves.
Right.
Because like they're like, yo, like we're the best. Like they're only.
Why would we break this up?
They're only like from 21 to 24, and like they just won a championship. That's like a crazy like bro. Like you guys are 24, 22, and 21. Should have. It wasn't Presti, right?
I'm pretty sure it was.
It's pretty crazy, but yeah, but it's like yo, like you have like 24, 23, 22-year-old running the league. That would have been crazy. And if Harden still developed, I doubt he does. If they end up starting him or not, but it's like, I don't know. Regardless, I don't think like 3 ball dominant players like that work. Like
usually
they
doesn't
mesh
work.
together.
Usually doesn't work.
No, it only works for them now because like they play.
They
one
almost
at a
like
time.
take turns. They almost like take turns.
Exactly. Like they play them together and like throughout the game, like no one sits, the other one does his thing. And it's like the way they play it too is like, bro, like
they're like
it's the perfect system for them.
They're either going in for a drive or they're taking a 3-pointer. That's like their whole offense on that team.
Exactly it, and it's exactly it.
Yeah,
that's how it is. That's why it never.
They're like laying up and dunking with like it's like iso ball or just pull up from 3 and that's it.
And it's just like,
but it works
team.
For them. That's their play style, and then they just have people on the wings to dish out.
That's it. Just drive and pass. That's all they have to do. Westbrook drives the lane. You have PJ Tucker, Robert Covington, Gordon, Harden. All 3-point shooters. On the bench, they have like Rivers, Daniel House.
They're kind of like the Celtics.
They have Thabo Cephalosha.
They don't have a big man.
They have like they have some random guy on their bench. Like but like even like their bench center can shoot. Like
Yeah.
Hardenstein, something like that. They have Tyson Chandler too if they ever need like a big defensive man.
Oh yeah.
But like they rarely need to play him. They focus on like just like running the offense. Like when you get the rebound, you're out. Like you play against someone like Jokic, even though he's slim now. I don't know. We'll see how that works. Slim Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
yeah, that'll be. You've never seen that.
No, he looked unhealthy, to be honest.
I think part of what made him so dominant was his size. He could body anyone, and now I don't know.
And he
Zion lost some weight too, but I think for Zion it'll end up working out.
No,
I think for Zion,
I mean, it depends. I think he just needs to turn like that shit into fat, because like his fat into muscle.
Yeah, I think he like in the recent
like,
pictures I saw,
he
looks pretty slim. He looks pretty strong. He looks pretty muscular.
Is bully ball. Like nobody like plays bully ball like Zion. Like he just gets the ball and just like shoves people. Like it's crazy that like what he does. Like
I can't think of any comparison to him. Like his play style. Like people were saying like Charles Barkley and stuff. People were saying,
and that's the only thing you could think of. Like
mini
him,
Shaq,
like,
but like I don't know, man. I don't think we've seen it. I think he's going to show that he's more than Charles Barkley and not similar to Shaq. I don't think he's similar to Shaq. I think he's more skilled.
No, yeah, because he's like he plays like he has the build of a big guy, but he has the skill set of a guard.
His passing is really good too, and we haven't really seen that on the Pelicans yet.
Where he hasn't really had the need to, because you have people like Lonzo and Drew.
At Duke, he was floor general if he had to be. Yeah, he was making those passes. He racked up so many assists, man. And
I remember I watched a few like
him and Lonzo's a perfect.
I'm not sure if it was that very first summer league game that he got hurt, but like he was playing like really good. Like that first half he played, he scored like 20 points. He was like making all the right passes, like like the way he was moving around the court on defense with using his body. Like, bro, he knows how to play the game, bro. Like he has the IQ of like a vet, like in his prime, like playing the game.
And he just turned 20.
I think he just turned 20.
I think it was either 19 or 20.
I think he's 20 now. He's 20 now.
Crazy, man.
He has to be 20. Yeah, it's just insane, bro. It's just
who's your favorite to win the whole thing?
I want to go with the Celtics.
Right. But like, who if you had to put money on someone to win, who would you say?
If I have to put money on someone to win, I can't go against the Clippers.
I love the Clippers, man.
Full health. You're looking at a man who plays off of load management, just got 4 months of it. Are you kidding me, bro? You're telling me, like, bro, you can't let a robot just like upgrade for that long by himself. And nobody knows anything about him and what he does. We don't know. But I know for a fact, he used to work out with Kobe. That man was definitely in the gym every day, just doing his bro.
The thing is,
so scary.
Like you don't, you don't know what he's been up to the whole time. Like Kawhi could have a basketball court in his house or wherever he lives, in his yard or whatever.
There's no way he doesn't. I don't see how he doesn't. He loves basketball. That's like
someone. Yeah, I mean, some players that are like rookies or like new to the league, that's going to be hard for them, obviously, because they like just move in. They probably get an apartment and then like they're stuck. And it's like
Tatum.
But if you're someone like LeBron, like he has a court or a hoop or something. Court, yeah. Players like those high profile players, they have to have that. So like, man, he could have just been grinding,
And it's not even like, bro, like we all know Kawhi full health, like he's a demigod. But then you got Paul George, was probably recovered by now.
I feel like Paul George has been a lot more quiet since he joined the Clippers. Like he's like almost like
he's had a few moments where he spoke out and sounded like stupid. Like he does that a lot. Like he's like this era's Paul Pierce, but like but like once he's healthy, bro, like we all know what he did. Like with the Thunder when Westbrook was out, like he did his thing where we all saw what he can do. And now he's like he's not even the alpha no more. Like he's second to Kawhi. And like Paul George as a second option is scary as hell. And then you got Lou Will off the bench. Montrezl Harrell off the bench. They have Marcus Morris still.
Their team's dirty, man. They have all the players that you do not want to have guard you, and they have all of them.
They have a lot of players that you'd rather have on your team than going against.
Right.
It's people like Marcus Morris and Beverley.
It's it's like how it's like Marcus Smart. Like Marcus Smart would fit on that team.
Exactly.
It's like that.
Marcus
It's
Smart,
that kind of player.
like how Tony Allen was.
hmm Where it's just like, damn, like not to Kawhi, maybe one of the best defenders ever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Paul George is extremely good defender, two-way player.
The best in the league, yeah.
So good. And then
Patrick Beverley, we all know
Pat
what he
Bev.
does. He has one of like, even though like he has a lot of moments where it seems like he's getting like doo-dooed on. Like
Morris.
statistically, he has like one of the, like best defensive in the league, and we all know how he is too. We've seen him lock like centers up. He just does that. It's how he is.
Man, that team is so.
He gets rebounds.
So
he
tough,
killed
man.
us. Like one of the reasons we lost to them, like even though like we could have won that game, is because like this dude Patrick Beverley was just running around the court, grabbing every rebound. He had like 16 rebounds that game, bro. Patrick Beverley, which was just insane. And then he hit like a couple threes. Like he shot like 20% on the season, but he hit the threes that matter.
I feel like the most memorable moment from that game was Jason Tatum.
Just
dropping Paul George.
Going from Pat Bev to Kawhi to Paul George, dropping George, draining the three. That was a game insane. Like we bro, like that, even without the win, bro. That was an insane game. Both our games against the Clippers were insane.
Yeah. Man, I hope we meet them in the finals.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if we
I
see
want that in the
so
finals, bad.
I think that's the best finals we get, because if the Clippers play like the Bucks, Kawhi, bro.
If the Celtics don't make the finals, I'm pulling for the Clippers. But I'm gonna be a Celtics fanboy until they lose.
I'm always gonna go for the Celtics. The only reason, like, besides the Clippers, like I think they have the most talent, is because they have a kid from Lowell on the squad.
Yeah, I want Terrence.
So it's like, besides them having like one of the best players in the league,
yeah.
I've always been a Kawhi fan, but it's like,
I'd love to have Terrence on the podcast someday. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, that would be cool. And it's like,
sick.
Like it's pretty crazy. Like it's like you're looking at like they're already one of the best teams in the league, and like next thing you know, a kid from Lowell gets drafted to like one of the best teams in the league, and it's like, bro, that's pretty crazy. That kid from Lowell, like first year in the league, he's about to he might get a ring.
Yeah,
which is like insane, bro. Like from like nobody from Lowell ever like really makes it out like that. I'm pretty sure the last person
he was he was drafted before they got Kawhi and Paul George, right?
Yeah.
And he plays the same position. I wonder how he felt.
He's like he's like a point forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's mad unselfish.
In 2K, he's listed as a small forward, and now he's a point guard. Yeah, I think he's a small forward point guard. I wonder how he felt about that, because like it definitely was like, oh, well, now I'm not gonna get as many minutes, because you get Paul George
at the same time though. That's like a hell of a learning experience.
No, yeah, definitely. Especially early in your career like that.
And it's from someone like Kawhi too. Like we all saw how people like how Siakam like went crazy with playing with Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, you're playing with him in practice every day. Like he's taking you under his wing.
Especially like I'm sure like the positions kind of like work out together. Just being with them all the time, like having to guard them, learning from them, learning new things.
And he's a good defender too. That's the thing. So like him playing with Paul George, there was actually like at the beginning of the season, like. It was Kawhi and Paul George. They were at a hoop by themselves. It was him. It was Kawhi, Paul George, and Terrence Mann. They were all at the same hoop, just working together. And like I was like, bro, like this guy is like, bro, like that's like so scary. Like, bro, this dude's working with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard by himself. That's pretty crazy, bro. It's pretty crazy to think about.
That's so cool that that he's from here, and like now he's like at a level that high with those guys that even he probably like just like looked up to as like his whole life too. That's so cool. It's so cool.
Besides the Clippers, man, I really can't wait to watch the Mavericks.
Yeah, bro.
They're like my favorite team besides the Celtics to watch, dude. Luka's just like so fun.
Luka's so fun.
He just does like he's like he has like a DeMar DeRozan kind of flow, like how he just like takes the game slow, yet it looks so easy to him. Like he just does whatever he wants.
His play style is kind of similar to like James Harden.
Yeah, he just like he takes the game. He plays the game at his own pace. He makes people play at his speed. Because if you try to like jump the gun, you do it. You're hurting yourself.
He's not the greatest like
athlete.
Yeah, like he's not the most athletic.
Yeah, but like his IQ is like suave. It's like, bro, that man is just like.
Do you think he's next up?
Problem. I think, yeah, for sure. There's no way he's not next up.
It's got to be him or Zion, I think, or Tatum.
As of right now, it's Luka and Tatum.
Yeah.
Because they've been in the league for what? Tatum 3-4 years, and then Luka, this is the second, right?
I think this is Tatum's third. Yeah.
Tatum's third year, Luka's second, and like look what
Mhm.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Now, everyone knew Tatum was good last year. It's just like he wasn't really a number one option. With someone like Kyrie, like he's a ball dominant guy. He needs the ball most of the time. But like this year, it's like a whole bunch of unselfish people. Tatum blossoms. Luka. Everyone knows how Luka. Like this dude, Luka, in his second year in the league, averaged near a 30-point triple double, and for most of the year was in the MVP race. And he was number one in the MVP race for like a solid like month.
Mhm.
Because of what he was doing. He was carried like how Lillard was doing with the Trailblazers. They were dealing with Porzingis being hurt and everyone like going down with injuries, and this dude Luka was just doing his thing. And that's just crazy.
All right, I'm gonna pull up Celtics schedule right here. You tell me, win or lose speed round. Game 1, Celtics Bucks.
Celtics Bucks. That's a tough one. Fresh off, might be a loss. First game, Giannis doesn't need a warm-up games. He's just attacks the rim, and that's not something you could really prepare for your first game after months of not playing.
All right,
It'll be a close one though.
All right, so I say the matchup, the opponent. You say win or lose. Okay.
Just win or lose.
So, first game Bucks.
Lose.
Blazers.
Oh, win.
Heat.
Win.
Brooklyn Nets.
Wait, do you see their roster? You know who's on their team, right? Did we talk about that? We should have.
Well, who's on their team? Oh, they
don't have anybody. They don't have Dinwiddie. They lost like no Kyrie, no KD. They signed Jamal Crawford.
Kyrie's not playing?
No.
He's still injured or something?
He's still hurt. Yeah, he's still hurt.
I wasn't sure if
they
he'd
signed
be back
Jamal
in time.
Crawford. They lost Dinwiddie to
Crawford.
Corona. They lost DeAndre Jordan to Corona. They signed Michael Beasley. And then he got Corona.
So that's a huge win for the Celtics.
That's a blowout win. But then again, we know how the Celtics are against terrible teams.
True.
So
we find ways to lose.
We find ways to lose. It's regular season, though. These games matter. We win by far. No one can guard us. But yeah, win.
Raptors.
Win.
Magic.
Oh, yeah, win.
Grizzlies.
Win.
Wizards.
Oh, yeah, win.
And
Wizards are missing Beal, too.
Yeah, so
the Raptors might be a toss-up, too. Like, just like the Bucks, those are the two toughest games.
We're predicting
because Raptors, they
between 2 to 3 losses in 8 games.
We lose at most 2 games. Like Bucks and Raptors are our only threats, and that's just because of like their play styles. Like the way the Celtics play, it's like it's like plays. We have a system. We do this and that. Raptors is straight like everything starts on defense. Like they have Lowry, they throw Lowry, Van Vliet, Siakam. They're all defenders. Ibaka, bro, like they go crazy on defense, and then like that leads to their offense. Like they get the momentum. That's how they play, and that's how they always win the game.
They play well. They play well as a unit too.
As a unit, that's how they get together. Like they start on defense, they go crazy together.
They're not reliant on like any one player.
On super offense, yeah. Like even though like they're starting to lean towards Siakam now, like they're just straight deep, like defensive. Yeah. And like that's what I'm saying. Like the same with the Bucks too. Like they're a really good defensive team too. But like their offense is Giannis. Giannis doesn't need to warm up his jump shot because he doesn't shoot the ball really. He'll like let it go, like he'll practice it throughout the bubble and stuff like that. He'll be taking it straight to the rim, and when they start helping, he just dishes it out, and that's how it always is with him because he'll end up dropping 30 and
that Celtics Bucks game, first game back, is gonna be so interesting, man.
First game back, bro. That's like a season opener game right there.
The opener for the whole thing, I'm pretty sure, is Lakers Clippers. That's the first game.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't wait for that, bro. I cannot wait.
And for a fact they did that on purpose.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the NBA is back.
NBA is back, bro.
Here it is.
Remember when we had to cancel the last game?
Guess what?
Guess what? We're back. Man. It's pretty insane.
I can't wait for that game.
And it starts. What's the date today? 17th, 14th?
2 weeks.
Like a week and a half, really. We have scrimmages start, and like the end of next week.
They're doing that? Oh, okay.
Like next weekend, they're doing scrimmages. I don't know if they'll be televised or not. But I know, like, I remember seeing.
I'd watch it.
The 22nd, like the 22nd, I saw like a team like
people definitely.
I know for a fact the 22nd they're doing scrimmages, and like every day, like I think every team gets like 2 to 3 scrimmages, and then they'll start the bubble. Like, what is the first? The 31st.
The 31st of July. Yeah.
Yeah, but like they're starting with little scrimmages.
All the sports are starting in like within a week. Like I'm pretty sure baseball starts on like the 28th or something like that, and then basketball on the 31st, Hockey starts sometime like mid-August, I think. And then yeah, should be very interesting. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be insane. I just,
Hopefully it happens, because honestly, like it could all go wrong real fast. Where
that's what I was thinking. Like, I still thought, I still think like the league coming back is not a good idea, because like there's like lately it's been a whole bunch of players getting corona too.
Mhm.
Even though I think like none of these players, like except for like people like JaVale who have like a crazy asthma, you know, like if they have something like a disease like that, it could mess with them. But
Yeah,
it's like still, it's gonna suck. Like regardless, I would like to see the league. If it comes back, I'm gonna watch it regardless. I'm gonna enjoy it.
right,
I just hope no Celtics catch it.
man. I hope no one gets it. Yeah. So hopefully they keep it out of control, and I just
If they can, man.
I just don't really see how that's gonna work for that long.
The biggest rivalry we'll get to see is the NBA versus booty calls. It's gonna be a
Man,
great one. Might televise
yeah,
that too.
seriously, they're gonna have referees in the hallways, man.
Referee
All right.
in the hall.
We're gonna wrap this episode up. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and go Celtics. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And Jaren, plug your social media if you want.
Social media everywhere at Jaren Skills 978, Skills with a Z.
Yes, sir. All right. We'll
Yes,
see you guys
sir.
next time. Go Celtics. Bye, guys.
Celtics 2020.
Ooh, look at my diamonds, look at my drip, yeah. Ooh, I'm getting blessed, I feel like it's a dream, yeah. Ooh, yeah, I'm the man, yeah.